In this video, I'm just going to look at what I crocheted last week. Today is Monday. I've had a whole week of blankets. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel. What will I knit next? But lately, it's more like what will I crochet next? Currently doing more granny squares for the donation blanket. Let me first show you where we are on the donation blanket. We've got so many not used and probably not going to be used because I decided to go with 3 colors. And this is where we are. These are 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each row has, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 granny squares of 3 different colors. Project 2 is also a crochet blanket. This one I've actually run out of yarn, so I need to buy yarn. And it's a baby blanket. And those are the 2 projects of the week. Welcome to this video. Let's go into details about each of the projects together. Let's start off with the baby blanket. I actually did a swatch because I'm trying out a new stitch. I started this earlier than I had planned because I ran out of yarn for the donation blanket. I think this is how we build up our whips. Tell me what you do when you run out of yarn. Do you go shop or do you start another project? Anyway, let's continue and see how this has progressed. Here is to yarn number 1, and let's now measure the length of our chain and see if we got the size right. Perfect. This baby blanket, I'm going to be using 3 colors. I'm almost done with the first one, which is off-white, joining the second one, which is green. This blanket is inspired by a photo or some work from Pinterest. However, the picture that I saw on Pinterest is a knitted blanket, but I chose to go with crochet because crochet moves faster than knitting, and I really didn't want to delay this project. I also have this stitch that I tried out on a swatch and I loved it, and I think it's just going to be perfect. At the end of Sunday, I now needed yarn for 2 projects, the donation blanket and this baby blanket. So on Monday, I went to InStitch at Sarit Center to get myself more yarn, but also decided to use their crochet and knitting table to put in some rows. This is the best experience when you're shopping for yarn, and it is even better than buying coffee. Wow. So here we are, we've moved quite a bit. This blanket, a friend of mine asked if I could make a blanket for her daughter. So I went to Pinterest and I checked out some baby blankets. It's a knitted blanket, but that's what inspired this. I'm making a few changes on the design. 1, because I'm using crochet, and 2, I like my original designs. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, and this is how much I have done. So I think for this one, I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to also do a pattern for it when I finish. because I'm using a stitch that I don't even know. I just decided, let me try out different moves with a stitch. Half double stitch, that's the one I'm using. But how I'm playing around with it has formed a very nice texture. Let me bring it close. So that's how it looks. It's a half double crochet stitch, but I'm playing around with it. And the reason why I think it would make a very good written pattern. I've also changed the way the stripes are on the one that I saw, the knitted one, to make something a little more unique, because hand knit are usually unique items, so adding that uniqueness to it is important for me. The colors are exactly what was in the inspirational picture. I will continue and we will see you in the next progress. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Remember I told you I want to achieve 60 inches long on this blanket. It's time to measure how far I am, and this is more important because I want to ensure that all the stripes are placed in the right place uniformly and the blanket is neat and symmetrical when it's finished. So let's see. I've just realized I'm not even halfway this blanket, so I'm going to continue with the stripes. I've moved from the thicker ones to the single ones. I'll continue with this until 30 inches and then I will repeat the first half as the second half. Hello guys, so this is just a little update on where I am with this blanket. This one has really moved fast. I think I'm gonna make another one. I am so tempted. So I'm just finishing on the stripes, the middle section of the stripes. That's where I am now. Just a minute, I'll show you. Something I wanted to share with you is that yesterday when I was folding this blanket, it looked like the edges, I lost stitches on some edges. You know the way it doesn't align when you fold? And trust me, that really shocked me because wow, I had done so much to lose stitches on the edges for this blanket. But I did fold it again carefully and I realized the mistake was mine. I was giving myself pressure for nothing. So this is the last. I always have to make sure that here I do the right thing, because that is how you lose stitches. That's how the blanket looks, and that's all the middle section. So what I have done is that I graduated the stripes from here, from thick to smaller, all this way. So if you see here, I have thick. These are two rows, so they're thick up to here, and then we go into the thinner ones that are one row, and I want this other end also to have this bit. So this blanket is going to be a lot of stripes in the middle, and then the bottom is going to be like that. So this was just meant to be an update. It's midnight today, Thursday. I'm happy we've moved this far. I am sleepy and tired. With that update, I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you in the next update. Yeah. I've also run out of the cream white yarn. I actually thought I bought enough, so I'm putting this aside for a little while and moving back to the donation blanket. See you next. I made my first attempt at joining the granny squares, and my oh my, two things I had to learn. First is how to lay the colors. So I had to put all my granny squares on the floor and lay them in the pattern that I want this blanket to look like. Secondly is which direction to start joining them from to ensure that there is a continuous flow and process in joining. My second attempt at it was quite good, and I actually managed to get the gist of it. I did get to join some of the granny squares that I had made before I ran out of yarn. I also realized it is not as easy as I thought, and it takes quite a bit of time. Please share your experience joining the granny squares in the comment section down below. Time to make more granny squares to see if I can finish this blanket this week. My prayer is to be able to finish it this week, but let's see. I managed to make more granny squares for an extra 4 rows and joined all of them. The blanket is not finished. I have to make another granny squares for another row and then do the borders, and that's when the blanket will be finished. But before I get there, let's see how far I have managed to go with these 2 blankets in 1 week. So here are the 2 blankets, and I just want to show you the progress on each. Let's start with the donation blanket. So I managed to do an extra 4 rows for this one, and I also joined the granny squares. They're joined halfway. That's how the blanket looks like. I still have 1 row to go. Also hiding all those threads you can see at the back and doing the edges on this blanket before it's finished. So in the next video, I will just show you the finished blanket. Let's have a look at the baby blanket. So this is where it is. This is just half of the blanket. I have another half like this one to go, and then I will finish off by doing the threads and doing the edges as well before it's finished. So in the next video, I hope it's just going to be finished. That's where I am with the blankets, and thank you for watching this video. If you've never subscribed to this channel, please do so that you don't miss out the next video and any other video that I'm going to upload about my knitting and crochet. Bye!